Hey, how are you? Today we're going to be talking about this welder from Yeswelder. It's called the Firstess DP200. It's basically like a smart welder, and I want to tell you about it for a few reasons. Also, I want to make this video different in a way that it's geared more towards beginners, and I'm not doing a bunch of technical data sheets or like any kind of like in-depth specs about this machine. I want to give you a broad overview why I think it's a really good welder as a beginner, and I also want to make this a much shorter video than like a lot of like the 45 hour long minute videos I see about these machines. It's just a huge chunk of your life. I want to try and get you a message in under 10 minutes about this machine. Also, Yeswelder sent me this for free, and so it's easy for me to say that yeah, this is a great beginner's welding machine, because this is what I'm saying, is this is probably the best beginner's welding machine you can get. But I've worked with Yeswelder in the past, and they're very good about not trying to like tell you what to say. They just like, here's a machine, do you want to review it? Yeah. Throughout the videos, you'll see some B-roll of me working on this machine in two different scenarios. I wanted to put it at one extreme and the other extreme-ish. I've been running this on 110 the whole time. I didn't put it at 220 at all, which I think is a very beginner kind of thing. If you don't have 220, you got 110 at your house, and I think a lot of people will be welding at 110 and they don't need 220. Also, fan just kicked on, so you can kind of hear my voice speaking the same tone versus the fan noise. The fan noise is very, very manageable. It kicks on like every 5 minutes or so. It's very, very manageable. But I've been running this on 110 the whole time that I've used it. I'll wait for a second for this to go off. Oh, it's going off right now. It's been very usable at 110. So I did one project, which is the welding cart for this welder that is sitting on right now, and that was 1/8" angle iron. I welded to some casters. I just welded them straight to the caster plate, mounting plate or whatever. And then the other project I did on the other end of the spectrum was my old Toyota pickup, which that is a very, very thin sheet metal. Like if you know old Toyota pickups, it's like 20 gauge at best, more likely 22 gauge, like very, very thin sheet metal that they used on those old Toyota pickups. Whereas like, you know, a GM car was probably using 18, maybe 20 gauge. Like these Toyota pickups had really thin metal. So on both ends of the spectrum, I wanted to test this. And the gist of this thing is that you can auto set this. You enter your wire that you put into the side. So let's say you're using, for instance, on the Toyota pickup, I switched it to 0.24 wire. Also helps a lot when you're doing auto body like spot welding. And when you're on 110 and you have the 0.24 wire in here, you can go up to 14 gauge. That's what it allows you to do. And then when you're on 0.30 wire, which I was using for the casters, if I switch it to 0.30, that lets me go up to 1/8", which is what I was doing, was 1/8" angle iron for this. The reason this is so good for beginners, and the reason I like this machine so much, I used to have a titanium welding machine from Harbor Freight, and it's a great machine, but I kind of became frustrated with the process of welding, where the actual welding itself, cleaning the metal, getting it like butted up and putting it in place is kind of like a cool art form, like a thing you do. But setting the machine and dialing that in, like, it's like I want my paintbrush to just work when I'm painting something. I want the welder to just work whenever you're welding something. And then there is something to say for like knowing your settings in your head, like what setting you want to put your welding machine at. But this takes that out of there to where you just enter the thickness of the metal, the kind of wire you got in there, the kind of gas you got in the back, and you weld. And it puts you in like a very nice ballpark area of where you want to be, which is really, really, really convenient because it lets you just weld, which is really, really nice. And I'll tell you, I used to weld with that titanium welder, and I would get fed up with welding. Like I'd be like, I'm not going to do that. Fan just kicked back on again. So when I got this machine and I figured out that it was just going to auto set the settings for me whenever I entered the parameters, I was like, this is great. I'm just going to weld and I don't have to worry about stuff. So it got me like excited to weld again. Like that Toyota pickup's been sitting out there for years, and I haven't really welded the patch panels in on the bed that I need to weld in. And I'm like, I'm excited now. I can do it, and I have this machine. And initially, I was really excited for the dual pulse that this machine does. This does dual pulse, which is what the DP stands for. Dual pulse MIG, which does like a high arc, low arc, high. So it's like, sounds like a robot having a seizure or something. I found out you can't do dual pulse with the 75-25 gas, which is what I have on the tank back there right now, is 75-25. I found out that you have to use 100% argon in order to use dual pulse. So my pulse has been off the whole time. So I'll do a video in the future talking about the pulse versus non-pulse on this. So this is just part one of the videos I'm making about this, and I'll try to keep them all short. So with the thin sheet metal, it was awesome. It's hard with thin sheet metal because you have like your seam, you blast a weld in there and then you blow a hole because you've got like too much voltage or whatever, or your wires, whatever it may be, you blow that hole in it and then you're like, oh crap, I got to fill that hole. So you shove your gun in there, zap it again, and then another hole. So you're just chasing that hole. That's horrible. I hate that. It's the worst. This machine dials in your settings so well that I never had to do that on there. I just welded and I just put my spots in until I had all my spots covering my patch panel. And it was such a refreshing change of pace with welding that it's really cool. So I got to preface again, this is like an $800 machine, and I'm saying it's good for beginners. The reason I'm saying it's good for beginners, and I could be wrong, because the counter to my point would be like, it's probably good to understand how to dial your settings in and to listen to your weld and know, oh, that's too much wire speed. Oh, I'm putting too much voltage in. And so there's probably something to that, but it's also like an argument like, should you still have to print off MapQuest directions and take a road trip, or should you just plug that into your iPhone and have your Apple CarPlay screen tell you where to go? Like, yeah, it's nice to have that skill, but we now have this. So this takes the suck out of dialing in your machine perfectly, where this does all that for you, to where you just get to the exciting and cool part of getting your metal put where you need it and then just zapping it in, which is really nice. It also handled the 1/8 inch angle iron really, really well. I mean, it's not like big boy welding, but as far as like on 110, that's pretty big welding for 110. It worked great. I didn't have a hiccup in anything, really. I'm trying to think of one thing. I did have one thing where the wire, I didn't put the right spool on for the tensioner for the wire, that when I changed it to 2.4, and I had an issue with that binding or something. But other than that, like, that was my own fault. Other than that, this thing's been great. So again, I say, yes, I'm telling you this is a good buy as a beginner, or just in general. But also, Yeswelder did send this out to me for free. Would I buy this? 100% honest, if I didn't get this sent out for free, yes. I was going to buy this. Luckily, Yeswelder said they would send it out to me, because I got so tired of like just dealing with welding machine settings and all that, and it just kind of added one more tedious step to the welding process, to where like I'm not that good of a welder to where I want to master all these parts of it, where if I can just tell the machine what gauge metal I'm using, and it's easy. Get a set of calipers, you measure the thickness of your metal, and you type that into Google, and it'll tell you, oh, that's 18 gauge. You already know what kind of gas you have, you know what kind of wire you have loaded in there, and that's that. Oh, another great thing, I almost forgot. This swivel socket on here, look, my bottom hand this is straight. Look how much this swivels. This is amazing. My last welder had a straight, so like getting in some places was kind of tedious. This, it works so well, man. I can't explain. This works so well. I like this a lot. Other technical stuff, this ground strap has been really, really good. It's got a nice thick braided cable on there, and it's been great so far. I haven't had a single issue with that. Everything's been amazing with this. So like I said, I wanted to keep this video short. This machine, yes, 100%. I would definitely buy this if it wasn't sent to me. If I knew that it had these capabilities, 100% I would buy this for like $800 to $1,000, whatever it's at. Yes, I would buy it. I'll link it down below. It'll be an affiliate link if you click it. So if you do click it, I do get a commission, but costs you the same either way. Totally up to you. If you don't want to click it, that's fine. You can just Google or Amazon Yeswelder Firstess DP200. This is the name of it right here on the side, if I can show it to you. Firstess, Firstess DP200. So you can just literally Google that. You don't have to use my affiliate link for any of this. But if you want to, I appreciate it. Any comments you have, any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Like the video if you like this video. It helps it get to more people. I'm trying to gear this towards beginners. And then you can subscribe if you want. I do mostly car projects on this channel, but I do some welding content a little bit. Nothing super crazy or nothing super in-depth. more, like I said, beginner geared and beginner friendly. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.